All right, this is how you use bleach to make a design on your fabric. You're gonna need a fabric that has obviously some dye already in it, and probably something like cotton that will be susceptible to the bleach. If you have a t-shirt, you're gonna wanna put a board or something strong in between the layers, or you're gonna bleach possibly more than you intend to bleach. So make sure you have a board that's separating your t-shirt, so you're just working on the side you wanna work on. And then you need a stencil. So I have a whole bunch of these stencils of different designs. You can use this part or you can use this part. It's up to you. I'll just do both for the sake of example. And then we have a squirt bottle of 100% bleach. This will stain or bleach actually your clothes. It's extremely dangerous for getting in someone's eyes. So please, be very cautious with this. It's a real chemical that can be harmful. So please be extremely responsible. So what we're gonna do here is lay down our designs, and we're just gonna go ahead and spray some bleach on it. And you don't need to go crazy. It looks like nothing's happening at first, but something will happen. So we're gonna go ahead and just leave this like that for like a few minutes and see what happens. All right, so I let it sit for a while, and you can see that the bleach made an effect on my fabric. And it depends on what fabric you use. If you use black, then this might end up being kind of a yellowy color. On this one, it kind of bleached it to this lighter version of its own color. So it worked pretty well, I would say. And then what you'd want to do is kind of rinse it off. Either if you do it at school, then you can rinse it off and then take it home in a bag. Or at home, just make sure you kind of really wash it before you put it in the washing machine so you don't accidentally bleach something else that you own. All right, the next thing I want to show you is how to use a stencil to put a design on your shirt. So let's grab our fabric. And remember that if you're using a t-shirt or something that needs to be separated, you're going to want to grab a board or something to put in between. And that'll prevent you from accidentally getting paint on the other side of your shirt or whatever it is you're decorating. So we've got our board underneath. We're going to lay our stencil on top. And you might notice that we have some spray bottles. Now they're sort of old, they haven't been used in over a year, so it's quite possible that the squirt bottle function might have gotten a little bit dried up and it might not work. So let's see. I'm gonna practice here and see if see, nothing's happening. So what you might want to do is just unscrew it, and we can use some of the fabric paint that's inside of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little bit here on my paper plate. And then we have, these are specific for stencils, so there's like a flat brush. And you can also use a foam brush if you want. And you're gonna get some paint on your little stencil brush. And then you're just going to blot it. Just like that, to fill up your stencil. I might switch to black because this stuff's sort of thin. It's not going to show up on this fabric very well. Let's show some black fabric paint. All right, then you're going to peel up the stencil, and there's your giraffe. So the stencil can be reused again and again. So just go ahead and set it in the drying rack or somewhere safe to dry so someone else can use it in the future. But it's as simple as that. All right, last thing is that we have these fabric markers. They work a little bit better on a lighter fabric, so they won't show up on like black very well. But if you had a white shirt or something, you can draw with these and decorate with these. The challenge here is that you want to make sure that your fabric is pretty taut. Otherwise, you're going to have issues of it snagging all the time. So again, you might want to use a board or tape something down, however you want to affix your fabric so that you can use these effectively.